Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Paranormal History of series. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the paranormal history of the Civil War. So, the American Civil War, which was like 1861 to 1865, was a pivotal and tumultuous period in U.S. history. It was marked by significant social, political, and economic upheaval. While most historical accounts will focus on the military strategies or maybe the political decisions that shaped the conflict, there are also stories and legends that suggest paranormal or supernatural occurrences during the Civil War. It's important to note that these accounts are often based on either folklore or, oral traditions, like stories that are passed down. And in a lot of these, there's going to be limited actual concrete evidence that supports them. But here are a few notable stories that I found fairly interesting. The first one is the Angel of Mary's Heights. So, the Battle of Fredericksburg in 1862 was a devastating Confederate victory. Legend has it that after the battle, a mysterious woman in white appeared on the battlefield, tending to the wounded and dying soldiers. This figure, known as the Angel of Mary's Heights, is said to have vanished without a trace. The next one is the ghost of Gettysburg. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania witnessed one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War. Numerous reports and accounts suggest that the battlefield and the surrounding areas are haunted by the ghosts of soldiers who died in the conflict. Visitors and paranormal investigators claim to have experienced ghostly apparitions, phantom sounds of battle, and other unexplained phenomena. Andy Andrews, one of the guys on our East Coast team, Vapor, actually lives and works in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania now. And he has a lot of different footage from Gettysburg and a lot of different stories of things that have happened there in Gettysburg. The next one is the Phantom Regiment. Some soldiers reported witnessing a spectral regiment marching through the battlefield at various points during the Civil War. These phantom soldiers were often described as silent and ethereal, leading to speculation that they were the ghosts of fallen comrades, continuing to fulfill their duty in the afterlife. This one is interesting because on battlefields all over the South, to this day, you still have sightings of the Phantom Regiment. I know here where I live, there's multiple battlefields. There's Battle of Fisher's Hill happened here. You got Belgrove. There's a lot of different ones in my immediate area, and then also all the way from like Winchester all the way to Mount Jackson. I live in the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, so this whole area was almost like a battlefield. There was soldiers everywhere, and I myself have personally witnessed phantom soldiers on some of the battlefields at night, which is really interesting. And a lot of times, what you'll hear is sounds of battle, but you won't see anything. But every once in a while, you'll actually get to see the soldiers out there at night, and it's real spectacular. The next one is the Curse of the Sultana. The Sultana was a steamboat that tragically exploded on the Mississippi River in 1865, resulting in one of the deadliest maritime disasters in U.S. history. Some believe that a curse was placed on the Sultana, as it was allegedly used to transport Confederate prisoners of war and Union soldiers who had been prisoners at Andersonville. The explosion led to the deaths of nearly 1,800 people, and some claim the tragedy left a paranormal imprint on the site. The next one is the Ghosts of Harper's Ferry. Harper's Ferry, located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, witnessed key moments during the Civil War. Visitors to this historic town have reported encounters with ghostly apparitions, including the sounds of soldiers marching and phantom gunshots. The lower town, with its well-preserved 19th century architecture, is especially associated with paranormal activity. And we've actually done investigations in Harper's Ferry, and we have gotten a lot of activity there. One episode of Tales was actually filmed in Harper's Ferry, where we did an investigation there for a client, and we got a lot of activity during that investigation. The next one is the Phantom Rider of Chickamauga. The Battle of Chickamauga in 1863 in Georgia was one of the bloodiest battles of the war. Legend has it that a phantom rider, sometimes referred to as Old Green Eyes, roams the battlefield at night. Some believe this entity is the spirit of a Confederate soldier, while others see it as a guardian of the fallen. The next one is the Curse of the Colonel at the Carnton Plantation. The Carnton Plantation in Franklin, Tennessee, served as a field hospital during the Battle of Franklin in 1864. Some legends claim that a curse was placed on the plantation due to the bloodshed and suffering that occurred there. Visitors have reported paranormal activity, including sightings of apparitions and unexplained sounds. Now, while these stories definitely add a layer of mystery to the historical narrative of the Civil War, it's essential to approach them with a little bit of a critical mindset, because many of these accounts have evolved over time through oral tradition and storytelling, and sometimes separating the fact from the folklore can be a challenge. But nevertheless, these paranormal tales do contribute to the historical and cultural legacy of the Civil War era, and they sure are fun, to hear about and to think about. And it's my opinion that if stories like this, paranormal stories, can bring attention to our history and make our history more fun to learn, then I think that's a plus for everybody. So even if not every single one of the paranormal stories is true, it's still interesting, and it still gets people interested in the Civil War era and the history of our great nation. And I think that's a great thing. So let me know down in the comments section what you guys think, and I will catch you on the next one. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.